Hello everyone, welcome to discussion week 7. This week we are considering our voices when it comes to our audience and how we are effectively getting our points across to everyone. So consider a writing assignment you have completed recently, and I want to talk about the last paper that we just had. I had done mine on PTSD, but I also incorporated parts of it that were about myself. So I felt like using my voice to tell personal stories about things that have happened to me and how I experience them is a effective way of helping people understand on an emotional level, not just on an intellectual level. And that is why I chose to write that assignment that way, because I wanted my reader to not only learn about PTSD and just overall facts about PTSD. I also wanted them to know how it felt to have PTSD and have PTSD symptoms and kind of what that looks like. What was your purpose and who was your audience? The audience was obviously our teacher. And the purpose, again, like I said, was to basically, I wrote the paper so that it invoked an emotional aspect for the reader, and that you weren't just sitting there reading, bullet points or just text points about PTSD facts. I wanted to really kind of put an emotional spin on it by including some traumatic things that have happened to me, but it also in my perspective, to put the reader into my perspective for them to understand what it's like to live with PTSD. How would you describe your voice using the language in chapter 16, as well as this week's videos? So when we were talking about the purpose of getting your point across over to your audience and making relevant statements, yes, you do want to use research to get actual facts put into your research papers, but I would also say that those can sound kind of dry, and it's very easy for someone to breeze through your paper or whatever you're writing about and not be interested in the other segments just because it sounds like you're just rattling off facts, where with my paper it was like you didn't know what the next paragraph was going to take or where it would go, is more or less what I'm saying. So would it be a story about me, or were we going to go back into more facts about PTSD? Was your voice effective in achieving what you hope to accomplish? I hope so. I felt like it was pretty compelling, and I also felt like it was different in comparison to other research papers, which is more or less what I was going for. So would I say it was effective? I think so. And the revisions, I could have made it longer, but again, I don't like to prattle on in my papers, kind of like I'm doing right now. But I try and keep things sweet and short and to the point. So I hope that I did a good job. Thanks, guys.